Okay, guys, now we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of people kind of gloss over and a lot of people in the fitness industry kind of just don't address, and that is the issue of genetics, okay? And specifically the issue of genetics and muscle insertions. Now, a lot of people will try to sell you a program or sell you specific exercises, special exercises that will target a certain musculature that's going to build the weakness that you have. However, you have to realize that a lot of this comes down to your genetic structure, like your actual makeup of your body. No specific exercise, no special exercise is going to change that. It may be tendon, it may be ligament, it may be whatever it is, but it's not musculature. You're not going to be able to build musculature in a place that you don't have muscles. You know, the common example of this is going to be calves and also biceps. Like you can see with myself here, like if I have my hand in this supinated position, like I've got like 3 fingers in between this bicep. Okay, like I could do any kind of hammer curl, reverse curl, incline curl, preacher curl, spider curl, whatever it is. Nothing is going to change that. Like there's no muscle there. I'm simply not going to build muscle there out of nothing. Okay, if I wanted to really, show this off, and this also brings up the topic of, the fitness industry is a lot of smoke and mirrors. Like I can make it look like I have a bigger bicep by pronating that hand. Okay, now all of a sudden, I did a special exercise, and now look at my bicep. Like there's only 1 finger in between, but all I did was change my hand positioning here. So do realize that a lot of the stuff that you're trying to change, or a lot of stuff that you may be trying to change with your training, is not something that you can actually affect. Like for example, you might have really high up glutes. They might be building muscle more on the upper part of the glute, and you might go, I don't really like that. And to an extent, yeah, you can change that, but to an extent, you can't really change that a huge amount. Same with your chest. If you don't have the correct rib structure, joint structure, you're just not going to have the same looking chest as someone else. So do take that into account when you are looking at designing your training programs and designing other people's training programs, if that's what you do. Some of these things are not going to be changeable. It is actually your structure that has your body that way. So don't get disheartened by someone who has like the lowest down insertions, and you have really high up insertions like me. Like there's nothing you can do about it at the end of the day. You can go get reconstructive surgery if you want, but that's realistically not a valid option for the vast majority of you. There are also advantages and disadvantages. Like disadvantages aesthetically, but advantages, in terms of power output and like elasticity. Like especially in calves, you have really high up insertions in your calves. Yeah, your calves might be tiny like mine, but you're going to have much better ability for storing elastic energy in that Achilles tendon. So you're going to be better at something like, I don't know, a dunking a basketball, jumping, you're going to be great at that. Skipping, you're going to be great at that. So there is this kind of trade-off of like form and function. So don't get disheartened if you do have musculature that isn't as aesthetically pleasing as you would like to be, or you're comparing yourself to other people that have different structures to you. Like some of it is just not changeable. Now that's not to say that you can't focus on bringing up certain body parts. Like if I really wanted to make it less obvious that I had this really high up bicep insertion, like I could do a lot more like pronated curls, hammer curls. I could get my arms to be 20 inches. That's going to make it less obvious to an extent, purely by virtue of the fact that my arm's so massive. But at the end of the day, it's like, is that worth it given your goals? Like if you're a bodybuilder and you're being judged on that, yeah, like you're gonna have to spend more time making yourself more aesthetically put together. But if you are just looking to enhance your ability to move, enhance your physical appearance, enhance your health, like having a specific arm day where you focus on, I'm going to do all these mad exercises so I can isolate this muscle here and build it more than everything else. Like is that really going to help you in the grand scheme of things? It might. It might be something that you're really insecure about, and that might be exactly what you need. But for the vast majority of you, I would rather see you just get over the fact that, okay, your muscles aren't the shape that you would like it to be, even though you've been training for a while and you have actually built some muscle. So don't get it confused that I'm saying, oh, you're left. There's nothing you can do. There's no change you can make to your muscles. Like, yes, obviously there is. They can get bigger. They can get stronger, but you're not going to be able to change the shape of the muscle belly, again, without getting bigger or stronger, so you are kind of beholden to your genetics, but at the same time, like, you do have the ability to change within that. But don't get disheartened if you do have, high up bicep insertions, high up calf insertions, stuff like that.